Hi guys, I'm here today to do a review on 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. And I actually picked this one up after watching someone do a review on it. I can't remember who. Someone I'm subscribed to did a review on it, and it sounded interesting and kind of different, so I went out and picked it up from the library, and I liked it. The plot is about our main character, Clay Jensen, who is a high school student, and he comes home one day and finds a mysterious package in the mail. And when he opens it up, he finds out that it is 14 cassette tapes with 13 recorded numbered sides from a girl named Hannah Baker who had killed herself 2 weeks prior. And as he starts to listen, he finds out that each side is about a person who contributed to her death and why she killed herself. And the tapes are being sent to each of these 13 people, and they need to listen to it, or else a second set of tapes that she has set aside will be made public, and all these people will be found out for their part in her death. And so I thought that was a really kind of unique plot, and it sounded interesting, and I wanted to see how it was going to be handled. And it was good. What I liked was that the characters were believable. It was in almost all the cases, I mean, out of the 13 people, there were a couple people who were like serious jerks and doing really bad things or whatever, but most of them were just regular teenagers who were self-centered and all about themselves and just kind of, mean. And that's what all teenagers are. I mean, even people who are good people, as teenagers did stupid things, and you don't think about how it influences others at the time. And you don't think that other people are maybe going through like a really tough time and take things differently than how you meant them, or you just didn't put much thought into it and it really hurt them. So I mean, I thought that was really believable. Like, you just don't know how your actions affect other people, and you don't always care. I mean, it sounds awful, but it's true. You don't always care how what you do affects somebody else. So yeah, I liked how some people didn't mean to do what they did. Some people really did bad things. There was kind of a mix. And some people, I thought, really didn't even do anything. So, but I'll get into that in a minute. Yeah, that was not really my problem with the book, because I guess it's just how you interpret it. But one of my problems with Hannah, who was the girl who killed herself, was just that she seemed to blame people that I don't think needed to be blamed. And I guess it's hard if you're not in that like headspace of being depressed and thinking about suicide I forgot what I was saying. How if you're not in that, frame of mind to understand. But I did like how each of the stories built upon the previous one. Like, at first it just starts off and you're like, okay, that sucks. But then something else bad happens. Something else bad happens. You can see how she just kind of, it just kind of like all fell upon her, and how she couldn't like escape from it, I guess. And how she just kind of gave up towards the end and just said, I can't do this. And it was sad. It's a sad story, and you just want her to, you just like root for her to kind of deal with it or get over it, or just you want it to end happily, even though you know it's not going to, obviously, from the beginning. She's dead, but you just still want her to make it somehow, I think. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was believable. I liked how it was handled, but I was upset how she said in a couple cases, especially the last one, number 13, how people didn't try hard enough. And I feel like that was not fair, because I mean, a couple people were trying, at least in that case. Number 13 was where I had the problem, because that person was trying. But he didn't know. He didn't know that she was about to kill herself, and so it's not fair, I don't know. Maybe I'm just sympathizing with the wrong people, or maybe I was supposed to. Guess you never really know what you're supposed to think. So yeah, I guess that was it. I liked the characters. They were believable. The plot was interesting, handled well. I did get a little confused sometimes, because you're seeing it all from Clay's perspective, but then you're hearing Hannah talk through the tapes, but then she's often talking to whoever the number is at the time. So I occasionally got confused about who was who, and who she was talking to and who did what. So, but I mean, still, even if you got confused, it didn't really matter. The story was moving along and you were okay. So that's really kind of my only problem between Hannah not always being real sympathetic and getting a little confused. Those were like the only two downsides. I thought it was really interesting, definitely worth reading. It did kind of bum me out. I get kind of like morose sometimes. If you're not like in a real good mental place, maybe you shouldn't read it. Because I was definitely bummed out for a while. But that's me. You're probably more stable than I am. So yeah, I recommend it. Fun read. Not a fun read, but interesting read. Definitely something different. I liked it. I feel like I repeated myself a whole bunch, so I'm gonna go to bed. Talk to you guys later. Bye.